everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title down below, this is going to be a roast lamb dinner feast kind of thing. So normally when I make a roast lamb, it's just me and Nick, so I would only do like 2 or 3 sides, maybe gravy, maybe not. But I feel like doing a bit of a cook up and just have an array of things. So what I'm making today is going to be in smaller quantities, but it's very easy to up your quantities, up your ingredients if you're obviously feeding more people. Like I said, it's only Nick and I. It still is Nick and I just for tonight. I do want to make a little bit extra than normal, just a little bit, just so we have like lunch leftovers for lunch tomorrow for the both of us, and then that's it. I don't really want any extra than that. So on the menu today, we are going to do a garlic and rosemary roasted lamb. And the cut that I got, what cut? It's a boneless leg roast. So I'll just show you. So this is the one that we're using. When I chopped my lamb, I try to find ones that has a thin layer of meat, because I don't really like the fat. Thin layer of fat, because sometimes you get it and they're so thick of fat. So I'm fussy with what I buy, and you can see there, it is nice and thin all the way around. So hopefully the bottom of it is not chunky with fat, but if there was real big chunks, I'll slice a bit off, but this one's not. Hopefully the bottom's not, so we should be all good. So that one is 929 grams, so just under a kilo, and that's plenty for me and Nick to eat and then lunch for tomorrow. So that's the lamb I'm using. I'm also going to be doing some seasoned roast potatoes, some bacon butter cabbage, just normal plain peas. I just like to boil my peas and just have them normal. So I'm going to have that as a side as well. Honey sesame carrots, Yorkshire puddings, and some gravy. I'm not going to make the gravy from scratch. I'm hopeless at gravy, but I got this gravy. I haven't tried this mix out before. Apparently Maggie is really good for gravy mix. I hate using packet stuff, but I cannot for the life of me make a gravy. But I am going to be using this, and I will strain the juices from the meat and add it into this as well, just to give it some more flavour. So I'll show you guys how to do that when we get there. I'll show you guys a quick overview of ingredients. I'm not going to talk too much about ingredients. I feel like I'm talking a lot right now in the intro. I just kind of want to get in and get going. My oven's already preheating, and I'm starting this a bit late. It's almost 6 o'clock. I actually didn't realise it was that late. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'll show you guys the ingredients. It's not going to be like a normal video when I show you like the quantities of exactly every single thing. I'll obviously go through some things with you, but yeah, it's just mainly just use what you have, for how many people you think people are going to eat, or how many people you're going to feed. I felt that it was just jumbled just then. So yeah, so without further ado, I'll show you guys ingredients. I'm pretty sure I got most of it on my bench at the moment. Some ingredients I use for multiple things in my little menu I have, I suppose. But yeah, so ingredients. Alright, so ingredients here, I got some milk. I'm going to put some stuff away as well, like the frozen peas. I won't need that right this second. So we'll put some stuff away. I just got pretty much everything out, just so I know what I'm using, and just so you guys can see at the start of the video what I'm be using. So anyway, some milk. Preferably full cream. We have light milk like in our coffees, our cereal, just day-to-day drinking. But when I am cooking, I do prefer to cook with full cream milk, but I don't have any. I just went to shops and I forgot to get some and can't be bothered going back. So I'm just going to be using our light milk because that's what we got. I got some rosemaries, a couple of carrots. I think I got 5 potatoes. I might get some more potatoes depending on 5 potatoes, frozen peas, the lamb that I showed you guys. I got an onion here and half an onion that I used, well, just over half an onion here. I used a bit this afternoon for my lunch toasty. Some diced bacon, garlic, butter, cabbage, pepper, the gravy mix in this dish. I actually got this from the York shop, and I love it. Like the lid, I don't think it's the right lid for it, but whatever. A little salt dish is what I use it for. So definitely need salt over here while I season my stuff. Most times in my videos I'm like, oh, I got salt near my stove. So, but yeah, that's my salt. Sesame seeds, honey, 2 eggs, some plain flour, and some parsley and some oil. And I think that should be pretty much everything that we'll be needing. Alright, so apologies for the lighting, but first I'm going to prepare and get my meat in the oven cooking. Alright, so just a quick, to me it's common sense, but to other people it might not be. I like to get an old grocery bag or a bin bag or whatever you use for your rubbish, and just have it next to me, especially when I am going to be preparing a lot of things. So I got that. Ooh, she's juicy. Alright, so the meat, the fat is not much at all, so that is perfect. Alright, lamb meat. So I got it on its underside. I got 4 cloves peeled, ready to go, and 4 sprigs of rosemary. So I'm just going to put my knife in and make a hole. And then with one of the garlic, I'm just going to lay it, bang it, and shove it in. The whole clove. Let's try to do the whole clove. These are quite big cloves. And then along, another whole, which should be rosemary. Can go in there, and then I'll just get this extra bit of garlic in that one. Another whole. Garlic. So, salt and pepper, but wash my hands. So you want a good amount of salt. And pepper. Oh no, it's stuck. Oh no. Whoop. And repeat it. So salt. And pepper. Just gonna do a trinket of oil. A trinket? Is that even a word? Who knows? And there we go. So my oven's already preheated at 200 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to chuck this one in for now. Right, next thing is Yorkshire puddings. I'm just going to get that done. So I want about a tablespoon of oil in each cavity. Well, not each, but whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll just do it with 6. I'll just make 6. So my lamb is on the bottom rack. This is now going to go in the middle rack, which is my top rack. I only got 2 racks. Yeah, so this is just going to go to preheat in the oven. 3/4 of a cup of flour going in, just your normal plain flour. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Just get that all nice and combined. Now jug here, I'm going to be cracking in my 2 eggs. Get that into the flour. Beat that together. And back in the same jug, I want 300 milliliters of milk. So just going to add a little bit at a time, or you can just keep mixing and pour it in a steady stream if you're able to do that, but I'm not. So yeah, a little bit at a time and just give it a mix. Right, now putting what's in my bowl back into my jug. And that's the mix done. Take out my oil from the oven. for the Yorkshire puddings. Alright, every time I do this, I always overfill just overfill it. So, I'm going to do about half full or just under half. So you just want to pour it nice, slowly and steady. Alright, and now that's gone back into the oven for about 20 minutes, and then we'll have a check and see how they're going. Alright, so back over this side, I got all my potatoes chopped up, ready to be nice and seasoned. So, couple tablespoons, or maybe about just 1 tablespoon of oil. Jesus. Half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt, black pepper, I've got to chop up my onion. I was going to finally chop up an onion to go with it as well. Alright, that should be good enough so that can all go in. Next, some of the parsley, fresh parsley. I'm just going to chop it roughly the same way I just done the onion. We'll see how it goes out. And yeah, if it just burns way too quick and it's not good, then you guys know not to do exactly what I'm doing right now. And just skip the parsley. Normally I just do dried mixed herbs, but yeah. Alright, I think that's pretty much all for the potatoes. So I'm just using my hands just to coat them around. And when I cook the potatoes as well, I like to try and give them as much space as possible just so they get a nice even crisp around each piece. So, yeah. Alright, so potatoes are all ready to go into the oven as soon as the Yorkshire puddings come out. The reason why I'm not putting them in the oven now is just I just don't have room in my oven. But if I did, I probably would put them in now. But I don't, so it won't matter too much because when the meat comes out, it's going to rest for 15-20 minutes anyway. So this will give it time to finish its cooking and its roasting inside of the oven. So that should be all good. Also, with the leftover Yorkshire pudding mix, I'm going to wrap this up and pop it in the fridge. And after dinner tonight or maybe tomorrow, I'm just going to work through and use the rest of this mix. And then once they've cooked, I'm just going to chuck them in the freezer. So the next time I just have to get them out and quickly chuck them in the oven just to heat up, and they're already all done and cooked. So that's what I'm doing with my leftovers. Or of course, just keep making it as you go now and just have more for your dinner time. Alright, so I got my pan heating up here, and I just got a bit of oil in. Just because this bacon, there's not that much fat on it. If it was more fatty, then I probably wouldn't be using any extra grease or oil. And yeah, we just want to cook that up a little bit. I've chopped up my carrots. I'm going to start putting that on over here, which I need to find the lid. No, this one. That one works. Alright. Also, when my Yorkshires was ready after the 20 minutes, I checked it, I rotated the tray or the pan, and I put it in for an extra 5 minutes. I'm just going to season with salt and pepper. Just a little bit because it's obviously bacon's quite salty. Alright, so the timer just went for the Yorkshire, so I took them out. I turned the oven down to 170 degrees. Yeah, I turned the oven down to 170 degrees, took the Yorkshires out from the top shelf, moved the meat from the bottom shelf to the top shelf, and put the potatoes in on the bottom shelf. So now here I've just added a chunk of butter in with the bacon, and I'm going to add in the cabbage. So I've already just finely shredded it. Some bits are a bit chunky, but it should do. It will work the trick. So yeah, I'm just going to coat all of this in with the butter. Right, so the lid, this isn't the right lid for it, but whatever, it's close enough. I'm going to turn this down to a low heat and just stir it every now and then. What's left? Peas. I will go start the peas. Man, I am hot in here. I don't even know how hot it is today. I might just quickly go check the weather because, whew, yeah, girl, it's hot in here. I got the fan on, I got the back door open, and oh my goodness, with all this cooking, I'm so hot. I know tomorrow's hotter. How hot is it today? Alright, so at the moment it's 35 degrees. Whew, Celsius. Anyway, so yeah, Yorkshire puddings have came out. I'll show you how that is. What else do I have to do? I think it's just the gravy. Everything else is now cooking, so that is good. I didn't put the timer on for the meat. I'll do it for half an hour and see how it goes then. Because it's, yeah, the lamb has already been in for a half an hour, a little over now. But at a higher temperature than recommended. But that's just because that's the temperature I needed for the Yorkshire puddings, and it wasn't that long. It was half an hour, I suppose. I don't know, but yeah, so it's now down to 170 degrees Celsius with a fan force. So just put timer on for another half an hour and I'll check it then, and I reckon when that will go off, that's when I probably will pull the meat out. I'm just going to let the meat rest for about half an hour as well. So tea won't be ready for probably an hour. It's probably a bit early for me to do like the cabbage and the it is probably a bit early for me to do the cabbage, the peas and the carrots, but once I cook, I will just turn off the heat, leave the lid on, try and keep it a little bit warm, and if it does kind of come down in temperature, it won't matter too much because the gravy I'll leave to lucky last, and gravy will be piping hot and I'll heat up everything anyway. Hey! So yeah, Yorkshire puddings are out. I'll show you guys what they look like. And I've only just noticed now, when I was doing the oil I was going to make 6. Obviously I didn't realise I missed one when I put the mix in, so I only made 5, but that's fine. I'll do more later tonight or tomorrow. Probably will just get it done tonight. Alright, so this lighting is so bad and so bright because I got it right by the window. So yeah, this one back here, this is the one I missed. It still's got oil in, but here are the others, and they're nice and golden brown. I haven't taken one out yet. Let's have a look what they look underneath. So they come out nice and easy. Oh, beautiful. Look at that colour. Right. I'm actually going to take them all out now. That one's a... Oh, there we go. That one did get stuck a little bit. Come on. Oof, that's hot. I normally use a spoon, but apparently I'm using my fingers today. But yeah, it is quite hard to see in the light, but they are beautiful. I just really hope that they're cooked all the way through, because normally they're a bit doughy. Nick likes it like that, I don't. But obviously when dinner comes, I'll show you guys how they ended up looking. There we go, that was the one that was getting tricky to come out. So I'm just going to leave this tray here just until it cools down completely, and then I'll clean it up. So yeah, there's my little 5 Yorkshires. It's a bit better actually to see them in that light. So yeah, so cute. Alright, so update with everything. The meat is out. I've just taken it out now. I'm keeping it in its tray for about 10 minutes, and then I'll take the meat out and pop it onto a board to completely rest. But if you can just see that, it looks so good. So Smells amazing too. Got some rosemary sticking out there. That's all good. So yeah, that's just going to sit here for about 10 minutes and then I'll transfer it to just this like plastic chopping board, and then I'll wrap it up with foil, and then I'm going to try and drain out some of the juice to put in with the gravy. And over here I've got my peas boiling away. The heat has now turned off with this. It smells and looks incredible. I am so excited for this. I did have a little bit of taste to see the seasonings and it is perfect. So the heat's been off of this for a while now, but I'm just keeping the lid on to try and keep the heat in. And carrots. I've only just recently decided to do 2 more carrots because I felt like that was not much at all. And they are pretty small carrots I used. So just chucked another 2 in there. So obviously some's going to be softer than the other, but it's not a huge issue. So that's that. And in the oven, I've just now put the potatoes up on the top shelf, and the parsley has not burnt or anything, so I reckon that is good to use fresh. For that it works fine. So yeah, now it's just kind of the waiting game until the potatoes are done and everything else is done, and then I can start, well, I'm going to make the carrots, honey carrots, and then I still got to do the gravy, and then it's pretty much dinner time. Alright, starting the gravy. This is not the most prettiest dish. I actually use this for my rice cooker, but I normally have my gravy in my glass Pyrex jug. I only got one. I do need to get more. And that has, whoops, the leftover, whoops, and that has the leftover, what do you call it, Yorkshire pudding mix in the fridge, and I guess I could put that in there and then wash it, but I can't be bothered. So gravy is going in this bread container. So with the juices from in here, I'm just gonna tip it in my strainer. And not much, it's just a bit of rosemary and garlic that's came out. The rest is just good juices. So I'm just going to set this aside until I'm ready closer to do the gravy. Alright, so carrots, I've just drained them, drained the water out. So that's like why you got this stuff, that's just from it boiling. So I just got a medium heat. Oh, my butter is melting quick. I'll put about a teaspoon of butter in. Honey, about a teaspoon of honey. Honey, I want some honey. That's so lame. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just doing this quickly. I already got a recipe video of just the honey carrots alone. But I was like prepping it and all that included. Well, I don't know what that black thing is. That can come out. So yeah. Pretty much just with the butter and the honey in it. I just want it to be frying for roughly 5 minutes. Butter, oh my god, this is so melted. Season with some black pepper. Just a pinch of salt. And today, which I didn't do in the other honey carrot recipe video, but I'm just going to add some sesame seeds in it as well, just for a little bit of texture and that little bit of flavour it gives. Alright, so while that's frying up on a medium heat, I'm going to go over to the other side and start slicing the meat. After this has been on for about 5 minutes, I'll stir it like every minute or so. After 5 minutes, I'll just turn the heat off, put the lid on and set it aside, and we're just waiting on the potatoes pretty much now. I recently got this from the op shop, like one of those things that you stab into it, so hopefully that works. I'm going to use this knife is so blunt, but we'll see how we go. And I'm just going to put it aside on this small plate. I'll just layer it up. Oh yeah, them bits. So first get off the string. Alright, there we go. Oh, the flavour just leaking my fingers. So good. Alright. So I'm just going to try and do thin slices is the goal. This meat is so soft. Actually, I think I forgot to mention at the start of this video. Oh, that's so soft and juicy. It's so soft and juicy. Anyway, before I cook this, I had this out on my bench for it to come down to room temperature, and then that's when I cooked it. This thing of fat's annoying me. I'll get to that later. Oh, so soft. Cut a piece off and try it. Ooh. Alright, I'm just going to bend down here so I can try it. It was a bit tougher because at the end, but the flavour. That is good. Yum. So soft. This bit's a lot softer than that first bit I just had. It's so juicy. Wow, that's good. Oh! Alright, gravy time. So as you can see here, I just put all the veggies in this dish. The meat's just there. Potatoes are still in the oven, but they're done. So, liquid from the meat. I got a cup of boiling water right here. So I'm only just using a cup of water because that's what this packet of gravy recommends. So I'm just going to whisk the lamb juices in the water. And as I'm whisking, I'm going to slowly sprinkle in this gravy mix. At least it's not lumpy, it's all combined, it's just runny as all hell. Alright, potatoes are now out as well. So just so you can all get a closer look of everything, see how it's quite burnt at the bottom there. That's mainly just the onions, but there we go for the potatoes. The gravy, that's pretty damn runny, but hopefully it will thicken up a little bit, even if it thickens up a bit on our plate. The veggies, so we got our honey sesame carrots, just our normal plain peas, and the bacon butter cabbage. That is so good. I was tasting it earlier for seasoning. I might have already said this, can't remember. So good. And the roast lamb. So, oh, and the Yorkshires. They're still over here. We still got them. So hopefully I don't forget to put that on the plate. Time to serve dinner. So like I said, this is pretty much for dinner tonight, and I wanted some leftovers for lunch tomorrow. So yeah. So I'm going to start with a few nice pieces of, I touched the glass, that's hot. A few nice slices of meat. Peas. I love, 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 love just your normal basic peas. Nick's, he eats them. I reckon if it was up to him, well, when I do ask him to like cook dinner and do like mashed potato and peas, he never cooks the peas. Like he eats them, he would prefer not to, I think, but. Right, so this is what the plate's looking like before gravy, because I know it never looks the same with gravy. I say before I begin, actually the Yorkshire, let's see if it is nice and cooked inside. I'll just rip this other one. She's still a little doughy. This side's pretty good though. This side right here where it's a bit thick is a little doughy. That's better than what I normally make though, so I'm improving. Nick likes it doughy anyway, so it should be alright. I'll still eat it. And then, yeah, I'll bring you guys close to food. I don't really want to lift it up now with the gravy. So yeah, that's how our plate is looking complete with our roast lamb dinner. And then that's his. His isn't as pretty. I was trying to do mine pretty for photos. Is that me? I don't know. But, so yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do make either the roast lamb this way or any of the recipes, like the sides that I showed, let me know. If you do make the Yorkshire puddings and they come out a bit doughy, let me know as well. I don't really know what to do because I feel like if I leave them in for longer, then they're just gonna, like right now they're perfect golden brown. I feel like they'll just crisp up more. Maybe my oven temperature was too high. Maybe that was the issue. But yeah, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!